What's up, everybody? This is Aztec 101 in the ring, and this is what fucking Cotto gets for bullshitting. I mean, he's been bullshitting for way too fucking long. The man has been dragging this shit out. Uh, Now the fight with Canelo isn't gonna happen. Apparently, like Oscar De La Hoya came out. He said that I guess there was a deadline to the contract, and that deadline ended last night. So Canelo's going to be looking for another opponent. I don't know who the fuck it is, but it's not going to be Cotto. And apparently, if they do end up fighting later, it's not going to be for the same amount that they were offering him in this fight. So, Oscar De La Hoya is saying that Canelo was bending over backwards. We'll see what happens. I don't know what the fuck Cotto was waiting for. I think he's trying to get that fight with Floyd. Right now, there's nothing solid with Pacquiao. There's no contract. There's nothing being pushed back and forth. This whole talk about the date that, Canelo is fucking himself over trying to battle for the date. What the fuck are you talking about? This is the best thing he could do is fight for that date. You know how much publicity was going towards Canelo just because he's going forward and putting himself out there that he's going to compete on the same day, possibly competing with Pacquiao and Floyd. Come on. That's a huge publicity stunt. Huge. Huge. Even if he doesn't even go through with it and he ends up moving his date, the amount of attention that he's bringing to his own fight is huge. And Cotto could have rode that wave all the way through the bank. And you know what? Cotto to me, he seems like he's going to be using that belt as leverage to try to get the fight with Floyd Mayweather. But, I think that Canelo Alvarez was that fighter that could possibly, prevent that fight from happening if he ends up taking that belt away from Cotto. There's too much of a risk, The money's there. The pay-per-view buys are there. All that is there, but the risk is just too high for him. I just don't think he wanted the fight. We've been waiting for a long time, and Cotto just does not want to fight Canelo, and it's obvious. So, hopefully he ends up, finding another opponent, because I really don't want to see Cotto and Mayweather fight again. It's a stupid fight. But yeah, I just think that the date thing is an excuse, because if Cotto really did want his fight in June, and he was worried about whether Freddie Roach was going to be able to be in his corner, if that was really the issue, then fuck it, put it in the contract. Say that if if Mayweather and Pacquiao end up happening, then they have to move their date to June. You could put that in there. Fuck it. I mean, something could have been done. You could have agreed to fight with stipulation to change the date. But because I don't know what the fuck it is, it's either your diva tactics or what, but it backfired. It fucking backfired. Because in the end, you're eating shit. You're not going to end up like this is a huge risk. Now you're at 50-50. Now you have to try. You have a chance. But you have to try to get that Floyd fight, because if not, you're going to be sitting on your hands doing nothing. And go probably fight a bum, because you're not going to fight Triple G. If that's Cotto's plan, then I take everything I say today back. If his plan is to fight Triple G, then that is an honorable fight that he should go forward with. But if he's going to fight anyone else other than that, he should be fighting Canelo. That's all I'm saying. And if you're not, you're ducking. It's been too long. We've been waiting for this shit for too long. Ever since fucking 2 years ago, fucking 3 years ago, we've been hearing about this. Even when Lara approached Canelo after the Angulo fight, everyone was saying Canelo's going to end up ducking Lara for Cotto. So people have already had this in the back of their head, knowing that Cotto is a potential opponent. So I'm highly disappointed that this fight isn't going to happen. But I'm also happy that I don't have to fucking hear the back and forth that was going on. That shit was fucking tiring. Every time I go online and I see an article, someone's writing about how Cotto's team is saying that the fight is nowhere close to being made, and then they contact Oscar De La Hoya, and apparently his team is saying that they're going to announce the fight in a few weeks, and they're almost there. They're just hashing out the small stuff. Like, we're hearing two different things back to back, and it gets frustrating. As a fans, it's a headache. So I'm kind of glad that I don't have to look forward to something that wasn't going to happen, because I really don't think that Cotto wanted to fight Canelo to begin with. And that's it. What do you guys think? I think it's obvious. I don't think he wanted to fight him. I think it's obvious. And I think that Floyd now has options. I mean, I think that even though there's nothing solid between Mayweather and Pacquiao, there's enough demand for it, or it's still a possibility. And someone like Al Heyman, who loves making money, I think that they're going to find a way to make the fight happen. But all this is just speculation. All we're doing is talking. All we're hearing is rumors. There's nothing solid. The only thing that was solid was Canelo Cotto, and now that's not happened. So, I mean, there's other fights to look forward to. We got Thurman versus Guerrero. Lucas Matisse is probably going to fight Alvarado. I mean, not Alvarado. Pravanikov. Rios is fighting Alvarado. They're going to have their third fight. What else? There's Adrian Broner and Molina. There's other fights being announced that are going to happen in the future. Tonight we got Stavern and Wilder. So there's great fights out there. This was a fight that we were looking forward to in 2015. It's not happening. Thank you, Cotto. All right, so what do you guys think? This is Aztec 101 in the ring. I'm out.